In my sixth grade class in middle school, our science teacher was talking about a science project that was coming up, and you could really talk about any type of thing or do any project or whatever, right? And I decided, hey, let me do a science project about the YouTube algorithm. Since my sisters had a YouTube channel at the time, and I wanted to say, hey, if you watch this types of videos, you'll be recommended these type of things and explain how that works, right? And I went over to the teacher and say, hey, I want to do a algorithm project on YouTube about videos and whatever. And he said, oh, okay, that's cool. You could do that. And let me tell you the days that came up to the science fair that ended up with me getting an F, even though I did everything I needed to do. So, I started watching my sister's YouTube channels to see the algorithm, right? And see how that works. And during that time, my family and I were planning to go to a vacation trip in Africa, but more specifically, Ghana, for like a couple of weeks, like 2 weeks. Since my family originated there. I wasn't born there. I was born in the great, the fabulous, you, us, hey! Which right now isn't doing so fabulous. But back to the story. And because that time over there overlaps with the science fair, I can't go over there. So I'm gonna have to send him my project and all that stuff with the Google Slides. I let him know that I won't be there to attend the science fair. So I'm gonna have to send him my project. And he agrees, he's fine with it. And while we're over there, I finish up the rest of my science project and cite my sister's YouTube channels and giving proper and real actual statistics on how it works and all that junk, right? And I sent it over to him. And for the days coming up to the science fair, he hasn't emailed me anything about my thing yet. He hasn't seen anything or give me some things I should change before turning it in or nothing. So I'm assuming I'm fine. But when the day comes up to where my assignment's due, he sends me an email. The email is pretty formal, but in my head it sounded like this. Hey, so it turns out your project isn't really a project. And since it's not a project, I'm gonna have to give you an F on this assignment since, it didn't really match what I was thinking of your project in mind. So, hope you enjoy the rest of your trip. When I tell you I was shocked. Bro, look at me. Because one, how is this not a project? What is it? What is it then? Two, how are you gonna give me an F on it? At least like a C, a D, bro. Not to mention my two older sisters that helped me make this thing, and to see the teachers say that the project isn't really a project, they were reasonably mad and decided to email the school telling them, about the teacher that gave me an F because my project isn't an actual project, and also emailing him saying, why couldn't you give him like a B or higher since you've seen all the hard work he put into that project and you proceed to give him an F? Why not just make it a B or a C? And you know what he said?
Bless. Thank you for this beautiful love.
He still left my grade as an F. So, like, it was a failing grade since that was like 25% of my grade, bro. That was a large bit of my grade. And that really solidified that there are really teachers that are only out here to see you fail, bro. And that's the end of my story, since, there's no good side to the story. But, let me know in the comments any stories you have about, annoying teachers that be like that. And I'll see y'all later. Good, bye-bye.